Hello, so you're using Field2Donor to manage your grants, your funded projects. This is how your project dashboard will look like. You'll have the project details and a summary of the progress at the top. This will be followed by your results framework, which you'll be able to track in terms of outcomes and outputs. And then you have your budget lines. So as you can see, some of these budget lines have exceeded, some of these are underspent, and this is the kind of intelligence that we're trying to provide with Field2Donor. I will now show you how it is to request an expense. A key feature of Field2Donor is that at the point of a staff member of your organization requesting an expense, they will be able to see the approved budget and the balance remaining in that budget, and not just the budget for the project, but the budget line. So it selected the project. The activity is designing Play for Peace jersey kits. The title is Printing of Jersey Kits. And this expense will be made tomorrow, actually. And now I will be asked to select to which budget line this expense is. So when I scroll through, as you can see, I'll find the Play for Peace jersey kits here. The approved budget was 300,000 and the remaining is 300,000, which means I have not spent from this budget line. Play for Peace jersey kits. The amount is 300,000 and this will be paid via bank. It will be paid to Tessen, who is the service provider. This, I'm only requesting for one expense. Because we singly sourced this supplier, there was no bidding done, and so I'm not going to upload any other supporting documentation, but feel free to upload quotes, invoices, and whatnot. Then I submit it for approval. So once I submit it, even though at the point of request, it already showed that there was a balance, the request has to go and be approved by the super admin. So in this case, you'll see the approval request, sorry, the expense request will appear here. Your supervisor is able to review this, the project, the budget lines, and the expense. They can either approve or reject. So say they approve this expense, it means that you're now ready to spend this money, and you can actually download this. You can see it's approved, right? And this will give you details. Now, when you're done with spending, you have the receipt for the jersey. You just click here on record actual expense. Again, you'll be able to submit your expense based on the specific budget line that you have. And so I'll come here and find Play for Peace jerseys and the activities. I'll also be able to link it to the specific activity, and I'll be able to submit the receipt. Okay, so it already takes that this was for printing of jersey kits from the request that was approved. The vendor details is Tessen. Now, you can upload receipts in 4 ways. Either you can add as a photo, as a PDF, as a link, or if you don't have a receipt, our platform allows you to verify expenses through other means such as photos, vendor details, signed acknowledgement, witnesses, or even M-Pesa messages for those who are in Kenya. So once I submit the receipt, I don't have the receipt right now because I've not received it, but I just wanted to show you how it would be to request and submit the receipt. So when I save this expense, actually, it will submit the expense, but when we come to the expenses tab here, it will be able to flag that there was an expense that was submitted here on 29th April, paid via bank. It was pre-approved by the supervisor, but it is pending approval of the receipt because there is no receipt. So you can click to upload receipt. You can always edit this expense at any given time to change or upload receipts. So when your supervisor comes here or your project manager comes here, they'll be able to see that the receipt is missing, but they'll have details to which this expense is. So for as long as the expense has not been approved, it's not going to appear in the dashboard. But once your your expense has been approved, then it's going to show up here. Okay, you're going to see how much has been spent in each budget line. So that's just one workflow for Field2Donor, which I find is very valuable for many grantees. You don't have to take 2 to 3 days anymore to understand what your burn rate is, what your budget balances is, and what the progress of your outcomes and outputs are. Thank you very much.